What up? Right into this. Yeah, I think so. I just got a migraine all of a sudden.
Yeah, you should push that back.
This?
Yeah, because you
talk loud.
Yo, give me my little flip phone. I'll call you, you call me, and that's it.
Thing.
And I ain't no telephone.
Nah, that's too close to your mic. Yeah, it's fine. I just won't talk loud. I guess I got to because of that, right? So I could get, so everybody could. You ready? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Both Sides with DJ
and Hanee.
Podcast.
Yes,
The podcast for couples, the podcast for singles, the podcast for anybody.
What?
I don't know. That's just, I be trying to come in every time with a new punch.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Welcome to Both Sides with DJ and Hanee podcast, everybody. Welcome to another week. We hope you guys enjoyed your last week. We are here, of course, trying to create the best that we can, as always, right, baby?
Yep.
Why you always give me the look? I feel like the intro is when you watch me the most. Like, what is he gonna say next?
What is he gonna say? What is the intro of the week?
I mean, I just always try to come in strong and let everybody know, like, we're here.
That's right.
And we're always here to deliver.
That's right.
What we can on Both Sides with DJ and Hanee podcast. So first and foremost, we hope that you guys enjoyed last week's episode with Brian Scartosi.
Yeah, that
which was a good,
awesome.
nice production in itself.
Mm-hmm.
He was a lot of help. It was a fun time.
Yeah.
Now.
Remember that?
Yeah, we did. Of course. Shout out to him. Shout out to everyone who is tuning in this episode, all our listeners.
Yeah.
Everybody who's also featured on previous episodes. We always want to give love to all of our previous guests and also all our listeners as well.
Yeah.
Yep. So what we did last weekend?
We went and we saw Avengers.
We saw the Avengers.
The Endgame.
The Avengers Endgame, not the Endgame. Avengers Endgame, ladies and gentlemen. See, I had to basically drag this one to the movie theater.
No, you didn't.
I didn't have to drag her. Like, she want to see the movie, but she's not. You're not hip like I'm hip.
Like what? What do you mean?
Like you girl Marvel hip. I'm like,
I like all Marvel movies. I do.
Okay. Just a second.
Alright.
What was your favorite Avengers movie? Out of all, I believe it was 4 movies. Yeah, out of all the Avengers movies.
Closest.
Avengers, not Marvel. I think it was Avengers, The Avengers, Avengers Age of Ultron, Avengers Infinity War,
Infinity War.
Endgame, the one before this one.
I like this one and the Endgame actually. But
Like this one was the Endgame. This one was Endgame.
Endgame. Why can't you say the?
It's not that. You said this one.
And Infinity War. I'm sorry.
Right.
My correction. Correction time.
It's always correction with you. Your correction time. Always. So we saw Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
What you think?
I like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Should we give some spoilers? First and foremost,
You can't.
it's a week after the movie is premiered. I feel like if you're a real Marvel fan, that movie should have been a priority for your life.
Well, no.
You should have saw that movie.
What if
by
people
now.
had emergencies? What if people had other things to do?
Emergencies in the last 7 days. I apologize to anyone who's had emergencies in the last 7 days.
Alright, so
but
we'll
if you're
give
a real
the full
Marvel
movie.
fan, I'm not giving them.
What kind of spoiler are you going to give?
I'm just asking, at what point is it okay to spoil
I
a
think
movie
2 weeks.
that's in there?
2 weeks is fair, yeah.
So what, I gotta wait 2 weeks?
Because you gotta remember, the first week, everybody's like running in.
It's a week. I feel like
Something wrong?
the movie came out on a Thursday, so it has been a week and a day.
So? You think everybody gonna run on Thursday? I mean, certain people waited all night, went to midnight. But it was crowded even when we went. And what time did we go?
We went to see Avengers 8 o'clock in the
8
morning
o'clock.
on Sunday. DJ loved the movie. He had so much questions. What's next? He's ready. He was pre-warmed. He was warmed up. I had him watching a lot of Bear Marvel movies all throughout the year because I knew this was the day of Avengers Endgame was coming. So I had him check those out. He is starting to come into that young boy mode where he wants to see the fighting and the action and stuff like that. And it's so, I hate to use this word with boy kids. It's cute to watch him with his 3D glasses looking up into the screen.
He was funny though because he wanted to wear no suckers all the way home.
Yeah, DJ, water.
He was a fly guy.
He was sleeping on the train with the glasses on. You couldn't tell he was sleeping. So, Avengers Endgame was good.
And yes, it is almost 3 hours long. It's worth the 3 hours.
Okay, so that's a spoiler?
That's not a spoiler. For people, because some people can't sit that long for a movie. But if it's worth it, you would.
So, what can I tell about the movie?
What part do you want to tell? Go ahead.
The movie?
The whole movie? You can't do that.
Alright, well, okay, so I'm going to think of a part to spoil semi. The Avengers won?
Okay, well that would be obvious anyway, because we knew it is Endgame. So.
I mean, or did they? You see how I did that?
The ending does make you think because the way that. Okay. You have to watch it.
Endgame was definitely a must-see movie. I'm definitely thinking about going to see it again, and we definitely encourage everyone to go see that movie because next week I'm spoiling it. That's it. I wrote down. I ain't write down that much notes because I ain't need to because I have it all up here. But next week I'm spoiling the movie. Okay. That's fair. All right. Give you guys 2 weeks. You guys better thank Hanee because I would have spoiled that for you.
Yeah, you can't do that. 2 weeks is good enough.
Yep, 2 weeks. That's what she said.
Notice.
So, rest in peace to
John Singleton.
Yes.
Wow.
His catalog
is long.
Rest in peace to him in life and all of those things. I know he has family and probably inspired a lot of people.
3 daughters, 1 son.
In the film industry.
Yeah.
So shout out to him there. So now let's get into his work. The work part of it. Why do we recognize John Singleton? Because he made a movie John Singleton. Why do we recognize him?
Because he's made a lot of black people famous.
Yeah, basically.
He actually brought out a lot, like Regina King, Tyrese, Cuba. You got what? Boyz in the Hood.
Taraji.
She was literally, I know she was talking. Tyrese kept on posting. I was like, oh my God, he's gonna do a moment.
Yeah, that's how.
But I understood because he just saw his daughter and everything, so it really does hit.
Tyrese always going through a moment. But
could he be another Kanye? No, I'm sorry.
What's your favorite John Singleton movie?
I honestly say Boyz in the Hood.
Boyz in the Hood is yours? Yeah. Old school. I feel you.
I had a few, but Boyz in the Hood off the top of my head.
I like how everybody was posting the older pictures of him from that movie.
From that movie.
Yeah, it was really cool to see.
Because he too was young and starting to build up,
People don't realize, like, with filmmakers, the inspiration things come from because the people are behind the scenes doing all of this stuff. You watch the movie, you see the characters, you see everybody playing these characters, and those are the people you draw inspiration from because those are people you see, but this man put in the work behind the scenes to make these movies and project them for us to enjoy. So, shout out to him. My favorite John Singleton movie. I wrote all of them down, all the big ones.
Oh, I have a lot of them.
Now, this one was big for my life. It was Baby Boy, of course.
Oh, God.
I don't want to be so cliche to say Baby Boy, but Baby Boy was big for a lot of people in our range. Did you watch Baby Boy first with me?
I think so. Fully, yeah.
Oh man, let me finish this and then I'm gonna get
Lord,
I'm gonna dig into you.
No.
For that being something that is here on the podcast that you saw Baby Boy first with me. Okay, so Baby Boy is my favorite. Everybody take scenes and a bunch of lines from that movie.
Not true. He knows the words to this movie. He knows line by line. Like he could just randomly say something.
I honestly got my Baby Boy DVD from my aunt. She let me hold it and she never got it back. And that's how I was able to know it word for word. How Melvin was walking through the crib, naked. How Snoop Dogg was rolled up on Jody at the crib.
Only the part I'm like, Jody. That's all.
So I killed that joint. I mean, she She had baby mama drama on lock with that movie, and I'm glad that she got her start from there and was able to evolve into where she is now. Even though that movie is, what, 20-something years old? 20, I think. Yeah, Baby Boy gotta be almost 20 years old.
Yeah, Taraji went in one of the most, the last
I got the
one
computer in front of
was
me.
Hustle and Flow.
Yeah.
That was good. Well, I think Empire really pulled from that a little bit. Hustle and Flow, the way that
Taraji.
Yeah, that was. I really like that movie.
Terrence Howard's
was in it.
chemistry
That's what
originated from this. So look at the root of what John Singleton's movies come from. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like how he inspired people watching Empire, and probably people don't know who he is. And even though he didn't make Empire, but he probably created that chemistry with Hustle and movies like Hustle and Flow for them to work together. And they're probably even going to work together with future projects. I can see that. It's black cinema. They keep it tight in black cinema. So shout out to him. It was cool.
It was.
Watching his movies over time and enjoying his work. I'm a big film guy, so I never seen a movie that I didn't like.
Honestly, I can't even say High Learning was a good one.
High Learning was
that was a very good one.
When I was young, that was a movie I was kind of like scared of. I ain't gonna lie. It was a different movie for me as a kid.
Dark.
Yeah, it was dark. I mean, that's why I was like, could you imagine?
I guess you would say
how old I was watching High Learning? Other movies, Too Fast, Too Furious, Four Brothers, Shaft. You mentioned Boyz and All. It was your favorite. Baby Boy was mine. Man of Many Working Titles. What?
Man of
What?
No. You said Man of
Okay, so let me get into.
Wait, one more. Black Snake Moon.
Okay.
That one.
Okay. That one was cool.
Now, what are you about to get in?
Hanee and black cinema now. When I first met Hanee, so in case you guys don't know Hanee, there's a little fun fact of Hanee. Hanee was raised in Brooklyn. Brooklyn girl, straight. But she was in wasn't raised on Flatbush and all this.
Hanee wasn't my series of
Hanee wasn't
boroughs of Brooklyn.
Exposed to a lot of black cinema growing up. I'm gonna just put it that way. So I put her on to a lot of movies. We're still going through the list of things that I need you to check off, must-sees and stuff like that. And we watched Love and Basketball for the first time. That was the first time?
I have to say that because I didn't watch the whole movie.
We watched Love and Basketball for the first time on the plane. We watched
Baby Boy.
So
the full one.
Yeah.
There's a few.
There's enough
that you can say
movies Hanee needs to check off her list. But I'm going through them as they come because sometimes I wanted to do Best Man with her, but they came out with new ones. And then it was
how many Best Mans?
It's 3 Best Men.
I think I heard the soundtrack over the movie. Yeah, I think I did see that.
I think everybody heard the soundtrack. See, one thing about 90s and early 2000s black movies, the soundtrack was always
better than the movie.
No. I won't go that far. You're overdoing it. See, and that's your problem. Your mindset thinking about black cinema.
That is true. What?
Yeah, I ain't gonna put you out. You're not that bad, but music was great back then. Even down to like Nutty Professor albums was popping back in the day. So black cinema was good back then. I feel like it was good.
I think it was a dominant feature
because music was our strong suit. That's where people's ears went to first. Even us, we went straight to the albums. Who's on the album? What are you using? We had to go to Wait to Excel and all those type of movies. So, I mean, but do you I'm trying to think of a movie song that John Singleton might have had, like a song related to a movie that he's made. All I can think about is the Baby Boy song. I don't know why that hit my mind. I was thinking, see if he had like an iconic song related to a movie or something like that, but I can't think of that.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe a Baby Boy. Wasn't it? Poetic Justice. Janet Jackson was in it, so you can say that,
Why would you forget Poetic?
I don't know. Because everybody swore they wanted the Janet Jackson braids. And
did you saw that movie?
Yes, I did. That one I did see, yes. Okay, I did see that.
Congrats to you, baby.
I have to, Janet Jackson.
Right, so I might add in clap it up for you. Clap it up for you right here. Close time. This show is it's just us. Yeah. And I think we did that on purpose this week. It's been a while. We needed an intimate episode.
Sometimes you gotta do extra.
Everything. I mean, it's not about. I feel like I love having guests. I do, but I love being with you too. I love doing this stuff with you, creating with you. So for me, it's a balanced scale whether we have a guest or not.
Right.
But it's been a long time since it's been us, and I think we wanted to take the time. All right, but that was the game plan coming into this one.
Right.
Me and Hanee wanted to take the time to just have a little us time on the podcast. We got a lot coming up this weekend planned for us.
Yeah.
We got a wedding to go to this weekend.
The whole weekend.
The whole weekend. We got, Friday, Saturday, Sunday weekend.
It's interesting. I went to a 3-day wedding before.
I have been to 2 days, not 3. 2.
Oh, 2 days.
But we're going to get into wedding stuff in couples therapy because we're going to have a couples therapy. We haven't had one of those in a while. We're going to come back and talk sports. I'm going to read this ad, or we're going to jump into this ad right now, and we'll come back to you guys. This is Both Sides of DJ Hanee podcast. Be right back. What? It was fun. See? Slugger. Oh, see, why you always gotta try? Oh, you thought we was gonna dap it. Okay. See, look how excited you get. Yeah, but you was too excited. You came in like crazy. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Both Sides with DJ and Hanee podcast.
Hello.
Look at you. You know what? We gotta set this. Look. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Both Sides with DJ
and Hanee.
No, seriously speaking, I feel like if we do that every time, it's gonna burn out quick. That's why I do the in between, and I'm just like, come in. So that's what you see. That's all I do. Switch it up. We gotta switch it up. Hey, switch it up. Bend over. Switch it up. No, that's not right. See, you getting crazy already. It's not even time to dance yet. Come on. You gotta save that for the weekend. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking sports, Both Sides with DJ and Hanee podcast. Now, we didn't talk about it last weekend because of time.
Yeah,
right? We record differently time, but NFL draft happened. It did happen. And,
interesting.
It was an interesting draft because I am a Steelers fan, but I like the Giants. I don't hate the Giants. I'm from New York. I like to see the Giants win. When they lose and stuff, I get to make fun of the Giants fans because I'm not a Giants fan. So I can do that. That's what I can do. Hanee here is a Washington Redskins fan. So I just mentioned 3 teams. First and foremost, Kyler Murray got drafted number 1. Congrats to him.
That was the second.
Arizona. So Josh Rosen is now a Miami Dolphin. Got traded for a 2nd round pick. I don't feel bad for him because I feel like Miami is like he had the opportunity down there to do something in Miami.
And not only that, he
Tom
did
Brady
say
soon retired.
Yeah, and then he did say prior to that whatever they was down for, he wasn't down for. He wasn't in no problem.
No, it's alright. I'd rather play for Miami than Arizona for some reason. I don't know. I mean, Larry Fitzgerald's not gonna play for so much longer. What's there? I don't know. I think Miami got more like a defense kind of thing. They lost some playmakers, but yeah, you're in the sun 24/7, so that's a good thing. Your Redskins. Wait, let me get into this first. Okay, so your Redskins. Oh, let me get into this first. We got to deal with the Giants before I talk about your Redskins. So going into this draft, and I know a couple of weeks ago I mentioned that the Giants didn't want to draft a black quarterback.
Correct.
And rightfully they didn't. Not rightfully, but they didn't.
It wasn't.
And it wasn't right. I don't think it was right. I really do think it was a race thing. And I'm sorry to put that out there for anybody that's listening. It may feel offended or not, but that was definitely, I feel like, it may not have been a race thing. It might have been a profile, the black quarterback stigma. It might have been something there that just made the Giants say, let me go get a 2nd round guy and draft him number 6 over Dwayne Haskins, who threw 50 touchdown passes in his 1 year playing in college. Now, I don't know the body of work is short, but it was a great body of work. To Daniel Jones's 3 years, 52 touchdowns in 3 years. So I'm saying, like,
he completed all that in 1 year compared to the 3 years.
You got an Ohio State guy versus a Duke, you know what I'm saying, quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You take the Ohio State guy because obviously the profile's higher, his stats was better, and Giants messed up. Your Redskins got a good one.
Yes.
They got a good one. And I hope he kills them. I hope your Redskins.
I hope they don't expect him to fill so many shoes.
It's no shoes to fill in Redskins.
But you know how,
Redskin.
But you know how it goes.
All you gotta do is play longer than RG3 and you're straight. That's
Everybody.
all you gotta do is play 3 years worth of football and you have a better career than RG3.
I think he'll do well.
He's gonna do well because
that
that division is shaky. Every year is a new division winner, and it's about to be a bunch of young quarterbacks in the division. Carson Wentz being the best, I think, out of all of them so far. Dak, and then you got to see with Daniel Jones. I hate that he has my name.
Why?
Dan, I just don't want to associate my name. Like, I hope he does. If he does good, then all right. But I'm just upset about how they. You know what? You know what? They could draft anybody they want, but I'm just mad they skipped the black quarterback. That's just what I'm. It's business. That's not business.
You know what's gonna happen? You see the result the Giants will have.
Let's go Redskins. Let's go. You heard it first. Let's go Redskins.
He's rooting.
I'll be here with my baby. Yep, I am. Let's go Redskins. Just for that.
How much your Steelers though?
We got the number 10 pick. We traded up for number 10 pick. We got Bush. He's a linebacker from Michigan. I'm gonna get you his first name right now. Devin Bush. I was gonna say Daniel Bush. Devin Bush, linebacker from Michigan. He is projected to be like a Pro Bowl linebacker, side to side linebacker. He chased down the running back, and he got some a little bit of coverage skills as well. So that is big for us. We definitely need somebody on our defense to replace Ryan Shazier, who got injured and paralyzed, but he's starting to walk and stuff again, which is great.
Which is nice to see.
But the Steelers, after having the season the way it ended, we needed to hit a home run, and we did. I think we did. So the draft, that was the draft. Anybody else that I write notable? No? Is that was it? Right? Who cares about everybody else, I guess?
Nothing. You know what's so funny though? I understand it has to be one, but I don't like the fact that it goes through all those rounds.
Well, see, think about it like this. What are you watching the draft for? Are you having a draft party? Are you like, what are you doing? Like, okay, so it gets long for the people, I guess, that are the. I like the first round of draft. It's exciting.
It's always the first round.
The first 10 picks are exciting. After that, I don't care. I ain't gonna lie. I'll watch the ticker in the morning. I'll check whatever after that. But the first 10 minutes is normally like what? Like the first 10 picks is an hour already. Mm-hmm. So I'll watch that. But there's no draft party. People having draft parties is the people getting drafted. And if the draft party go longer than it did, is because somebody thought they was projected to be a top pick and got dropped, and then the draft party be a sitting party.
You know what was funny in my head when we was looking at the first round? I was like, oh, he picked one. Why would you pick a kicker in the first round? Like, I was like, you didn't go.
A kicker got drafted?
No, not the first round. What was this? Who picked up the kicker? Oh God! And they was making fun of like did they really pick up a kicker and they didn't need it?
You talking about Janikowski who retired? The kicker that got So okay, I understand. Yeah. But I'm glad that you paying attention though. Everybody knows sports, she just don't know her names. Janikowski, I believe he was the kicker, got drafted by Oakland in the first round, and he was showing a soundbite. I think of Mel Kiper saying, "Why would you draft in the first round a kicker?"
They didn't do
he was a Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Fame kicker.
Yeah.
Kicked for 20 years in the league, broke a whole bunch of records, Super Bowl champion. I guess that's why he drafted kicker in the first round. So I mean, but it took 20 years for you to get to that point. Answer, but it's still a tough pick to get. Yeah, he's built like a linebacker though. So shout out to him though. Worth timing. Who thought we would have been talking about a kicker? You brought it up.
It just hit me. I'm like,
there you go. Being resourceful, honey.
I tried.
Yeah, you do your thing. What else? NBA playoffs is going on right now. What is it looking like right now? What's it looking like? Who you got?
Warriors all
still,
the way.
Even
all the drama, yes. Of course.
No. Houston lost that series already.
You really think so?
Alright, it's done.
I'm gonna give it another 2 rounds.
The round,
yeah. 2 games before they
You think? Okay, well, no, I think it's done. You don't think with Curry with the hand problem, no issue there. Even Klay Thompson, they all look
One
good.
thing I love about the Warriors
first time,
right.
Yeah. Sorry.
When one person has an injury, there's always somebody in place to pick the slack up. I love that about the Warriors.
For the most part, Kevin Durant is the slack picker.
I know, but you got This
Is he the best player in the world now? That LeBron James is sitting at home watching the playoffs? That's the argument everybody's having now.
Because he's sitting so what?
Yeah, that's why.
So
it's because
what about Kyrie? Kyrie is pulling
the best player in the
He's
world.
not the best player, but
I'm asking about the best player in the world. We
yes,
talking about
I would
LeBron
say.
and
You know
Kevin
me.
Durant.
You know
right?
what I would say.
You were gonna say Kevin Durant?
Of course.
I think Kevin
Attitude
Durant.
and all, Kevin Durant.
I try to sleep on this, and I don't know. I'm not ready to give Kevin Durant
You need
that.
to be woke.
I'm not giving Kevin Durant that. You ever see LeBron play?
But you're saying that because you don't like his attitude.
No, that's not
why.
Nah.
Then why are you saying that?
I like Kevin Durant.
Okay.
I like him. Sometimes I hate when he step in front of the mic, but I like him on the court.
He gets picked on a lot. Like, come on.
No, now you overdoing it. Kevin Durant be short.
Yeah, it's a short answer.
Okay.
But he has every right to.
Has LeBron James ever played on a team like Kevin Durant had?
No.
Okay. Another thing. LeBron won his first championship playing with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, right? Kevin Durant sort of had that situation in Oklahoma City and didn't win at all.
What's the chemistry between him
And Russell, but look how long they played there. Those are two MVP
Sometimes
players.
that happens. Sometimes that happens.
Two MVP players with Serge Ibaka. He's a borderline type of all-star.
I wouldn't say that chemistry was
at that point
high.
in time.
I don't think that chemistry was more like what they say you can't put I in team, but
Russell, man. How Russell end up into our show again? Oh man, Russell. James Harden got poked in the eye and he's all jacked up.
oh wait, but I did right. He has a lacerated left eyelid. Draymond. Draymond always calls that.
Draymond.
Oh Lord.
Isn't it Draymond?
Draymond Green.
Oh brother.
I should know my team. I do know his name. I just got a little tongue line.
You do.
But he's always causing somebody
Something.
injury.
He wasn't though. He was real
It's not
sincere.
intentional. It
He was
wasn't
real sincere
intentional at all.
about it. Nah, it wasn't intentional. Everybody was going up for a rebound, so that happened.
I do have a question.
What's up?
So we all know about the refs. We know that
Oh.
that what
The
they complained. Do you think the result of the second game was took them out that game?
What?
'Cause I don't.
Yeah, I think
They
Houston looked for the foul too much. I think.
And he was giving fouls.
Yeah, and then they didn't take advantage. They were supposed to take advantage of game two. Well, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, to me, they already took themselves out their game from game one with the complaining. They should have took the L on the chin, kept it quiet, and then go game two, and just whatever. But now you got the refs, and it's not even about the refs. You're just mentally always looking for those fouls.
And they was called a lot more.
Yeah, and he was still missing shots.
So that made it worse.
It's the playoffs. Milwaukee is tied with the Celtics. I believe at this point of this recording. Maybe not when you guys listen. Hate when that happens. It's like you got a good game coming up, and then when you record and then you drop, start recording. Maybe next season we do live. Like do it that morning. We just over prepared, get up early, shoot it, and then drop it in the morning. What you think? We gonna have the 4 a.m. show in the morning, 4 a.m. podcast.
Wow, you gotta go to production. I'm like, hello.
Yeah.
And then you gotta go to work. Oh, hello.
Nah, watch how quick I'm gonna start getting my stuff. You gonna see. So the NBA playoff, there's basically a game on every day still at this point.
Yeah.
That's still fun, but next round is the conference finals. Who you got going? We know, Hanee. We know. Jesus Christ.
I have the Warriors
Versus between Nuggets and the Blazers.
I would like to see them play against the Blazers.
Okay. So you got Warriors and Blazers. I got Celtics versus the Raptors. I don't know if Philly be able to do something. I think it would be too much up, Celtics. I think it might be the Celtics versus the Raptors. That'd be a nice one. I want to see them handle that with Kawhi. Kawhi's definitely about to be a top 5 player in mine. Yeah, they got bodies. They got bodies. Jason Tatum playing like a herb.
Leave him alone.
He's playing like a herb. He playing like
he has his moments. Leave him alone.
He playing like he likes.
Leave him alone. I like Tatum. Leave him alone.
He playing like he light skin. Like he gonna go brush his hair on light skin stuff. Do some extra light skin
He's
stuff.
He's a pretty boy. What do you expect? You know how your pretty boys be doing.
I ain't light skin. I'm red.
Oh, red bone.
Brown, red, or something like that.
Red bone.
So I got Celtics, Raptors. In the West, it's going to be. I really want to see the Warriors versus Portland, but it's probably gonna be the Nuggets.
You think so?
Maybe.
It would be interesting either way.
I think the Nuggets, because they don't have their. I mean, the Blazers don't have their big man Noche. They can't stop They can't stop the Joker. They can't stop Jokic. The Denver Nuggets center. He is killing them. He is the big man on skates, making every pass. He looks so smooth out there doing it. He is probably gonna pick them apart unless Dame could do something spectacular. But I would like to see the Warriors. But I've got the Nuggets going in probably 6 games out that series, probably bouncing the Blazers out there. And I got the that Warriors Rockets series. That's going to be done in 5. That's 5. Yeah, that's 5. Both of the Eastern Conference games we're gonna go 6. You can book that. I said it.
Okay.
Yeah, they both gonna go 6 because I think Giannis can pull 2 wins out of that.
The way they played the other day, yeah.
And I think the Raptors because they sleep sometimes.
They're tired.
That might go 7.
No. I don't believe that. No.
That might go 7. The Sixers versus the Raptors can't go 7. That might go 7.
I don't believe that.
We'll see. So, what we got coming next, right? It's just us today.
We got a hot topic.
Hot topic?
Yeah.
Yeah. We going into for we going to a wedding this weekend.
Yeah, that's a hot topic.
So we're gonna be talking about a bunch of things. Wedding essential. We're in a little couples therapy segment, because we haven't stepped into our couples therapy chairs in a minute and dissected each other and growled and do what Honey's doing right now. And we're gonna jump into this next ad sponsor. We'll be right back with Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
To both sides.
With DJ and Honey podcast. You know why Honey's laughing? Because she didn't know we was recording.
Yeah.
Need to catch you like that more. And welcome to Both Sides with DJ and Honey podcast. This is our couples therapy. Yeah, I gotta put it in. Wait, hold up, relax, girl. Hold on. Let me get through this couples therapy. You might not want to do that after the night. We're keeping it nice and peaceful. Yeah, we're going to a wedding this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to my friend, No Names. Let them enjoy themselves. Because I need to look like she was about to drop a name drop. Let them enjoy themselves. So shout out to them. And more blessings and all of those good things. Nothing but the best of luck. And hoping that they enjoy it, the both of them. So we're talking wedding essentials, things that go on with wedding, the planning, the invites, all of that stuff, the money,
who sides first,
the cards, the reception, the gifts, all of that stuff. We're talking that this weekend. So we have a list. You want to go down the list in order? What is it?
Doesn't matter.
All right. So first and foremost, what is the proper etiquette for bringing a guest for a wedding? So if you get a +1, and if you have a +1, is it of course if it's your wife, they're coming, right? That's
unless you bold.
That's automatic, right? Your wife.
Unless you bold.
If your wife or your husband, they're coming, they're +1. Boyfriend or girlfriend situations. Your significant other. What causes for you to start bringing your girlfriend to a wedding? If you guys been dating for how long? Because wedding sends signals. Maybe you're not trying to send. Maybe you don't feel ready to bring them amongst that group of people.
I don't think that.
I don't know if is that a commitment thing? Are we going to weddings now?
No, because
is that
I get what you're getting at. The fact that certain occasions tend to have people feel like they want to be in that moment. I think in relationships, when it comes to like weddings in particular, if there's an understanding before you go to another wedding, because some people do get caught up in a wedding, like, oh my God, it should be me, and, you know, I'm thinking about it, and why haven't you done this? But no, stop it.
I mean, if you're at this point and a girl's asking why you haven't done this, then y'all been in a relationship long enough for her to ask you why you
Communication
haven't
is a
done
big
this.
issue.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, this is our first wedding going to
Together.
Yeah,
Mhm.
together. I guess because everybody know that we're do you bring your troubled significant other? Y'all going through issues, blah blah blah. Do you bring that person with you? Y'all been together
If you're
off and on
respectable-
for like years. You know what I'm saying? Is that something you want to do?
If it's not fully over, you should. If the respect is there, because
Pictures create memories and stuff like that. I feel like,
but
like,
everybody can take the phone
if it's like you know, something you're not sure and certain, do you want to bring them amongst your you know?
But then that's an iffy situation, because then what if you bring somebody else and all of a sudden you get back with
What
that
if you're in
person?
the wedding?
You would bring your significant other.
They gonna be sitting by themselves the whole wedding.
You still would bring your significant other. No, you don't. When you're in a wedding party, you don't just sit. If they sit by yourself, you still mix and mingle. The wedding party doesn't fully sit there.
Bit.
You tell me a wedding party just sits there? They don't just sit there.
Sometimes I've seen
No,
it.
the bride and the groom sit there.
Not all the time.
Oh,
Sometimes they be having a table with the whole wedding party.
And they just sit there? Oh, that's tacky.
What?
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
How do you sit there at a wedding?
I
You're
just saying
part
you
of the
just
party?
sit there. I'm just saying you have a table for the wedding party.
I understand that. I understand. One thing about a wedding party, when you're in a wedding party, of course you have to do particular things because you're in the wedding party. But as far as just sitting there, once the reception goes, then you can mix it.
Oh no! Once you mean like once the music starts?
Yeah, and stuff like that. But as far as like, of course, because pictures being
She
taken,
can be
you
sitting
have
eating
to.
pictures,
Yeah,
eating
you-
food and stuff by herself is what I'm saying. But when it's time to bust the move, when the jacket come off,
But see,
Sheesh.
but see, you just said something by yourself. That's where the placements come in. Where do you put? Because it's a real
table
fact.
placement.
Yeah.
Right,
How
right.
do you sit people accordingly? Because one group may not like it, one person may like it, like, oh, you know, I don't like that person. You know, I think it comes to a compromise because people have to be respectful. It's not your day to do it's not your sunshine or spotlight to you to act a fool. Put that stuff to the side because somebody else's special day.
Truthfully speaking, I've had one of these.
Oh.
So, I like there's things that kind of like grinded my gears along the process. Like if you don't get a +1 and you bring someone anyway,
That's rude.
it's rude.
That's
So,
rude. One, because you're not paying for the wedding. When people do the placements, you're paying for per person. That's rude if you're bringing somebody who's not welcome. I'm sorry, you can't do that. If they
It's
give
not
it
about. I don't feel like it's always not about not welcome, but if
no, not.
you
I
know
guess
somebody to be
+1.
there by themselves and stuff like that, you just send them an invitation, right? Just one invitation, no +1. You know that they.
Unless you get the invitation, but that's where the invitations come in when you're supposed to do it at a particular time. So if something like that occurs, and you're like, oh well, look, is it possible that I have this person, you know, or you want to bring somebody else? Then you can say that before officially you send out your invitation, because then they could change it. That's when you go through
So
that.
if the invitation's already out, they sent it back with
Yeah,
the
but-
gun and all of that, then
but-
it's a no.
Yeah, but remember, people don't always go. Some people cancel at the last minute. Some people are like, oh, I'm not coming. Or some people may say, I don't need that. I'm not bringing that other one that you may have thought you could. They probably shift it off to somebody else who has a +1.
What's gift etiquette?
It's tricky with that. I like the fact when people put it out there what they want in particular.
Mm-hmm.
I think depending on what it is, if it's materialistic or if it's value, as far as money, it becomes an unbalanced scale. Because some people feel like when it comes to the money aspect, either people expect that you pay for your table, like in the sense of your placement of the table, or you pay according to like more than $200 to $300 depending on what it is.
I've been to a wedding and not give a gift. Maybe more than once.
Why is that?
Not purposely ever. I think every time it's been like a money situation. Because I think both times might have been destination weddings, maybe.
Oh, honestly, destination weddings, it's kind of, I wouldn't expect that because if you actually paid and I didn't have to pay for you to come, and that's
I
not
really sometimes I always think back and I'm like, I feel guilty. I OD. Really do. And I'm like, this happened recently, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get an anniversary gift and all that, but I don't want to make it look like, okay, I'm doing it because I feel that I want to do it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
you either get the wedding, you don't give nobody an anniversary gift, you give them a wedding gift.
Right, yeah, see, so I feel like I messed up. Yeah, I messed up.
Well, kids.
See, well, at least I...
Well, it's not messed up. I mean, it's a difference. If people know people have hardship and they still come, you go. It's better to show up than don't show up at all. Even if you come up empty-handed, people know other people. If you know truly that person, that you get invited. People get invited to weddings because of how you know that significant other. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to particular situations, yeah, you do have to make exceptions to the rule. You showed up, you showed your love, there was nothing wrong with it, and you enjoyed yourself.
How do you feel if, because these are just all, this is all just popping, and I mean, sorry not to cut you, but I kind of got your answer. If you're close with somebody and they forget to invite you, because that's happened to me, where I forgot to invite one of my closest friends. I've had a friend that I call my sister take care of me while I was sick, while I was in school, and I forgot to send them an invitation. It's the most horrible feeling in the world. And my sister invited me to her wedding.
Did you go?
Of course I went. I had to go. And I feel so definitely when we tie the knot, she will be coming. She probably be my best man. I don't know. But she will be there. I don't care if I gotta pay for her husband's ticket. I will never ever let that one up. I swear. Knock on wood. Lord willing, life spares, and all that good stuff. But you know what I'm saying? That one hurts me. That one. What other stuff like that? I can't even read my whole hand.
I got one.
Go ahead.
But in the wedding, I always, because I've been to a couple weddings, people say, well, we got the invitation. Some people go to the wedding, and some people go not to the wedding.
To the reception.
Either or. I never asked.
At the wedding, you're not paying, I guess at the church, you're not paying for a seat, so nobody feels obligated to be at the church. It's the reception.
Everybody trying to look cute for the reception.
Recept that too.
But I think you should go to both.
I like
because if you want to,
what I don't like is waiting for the wedding to start.
Well, of course, depending on if
wait.
Yeah, I had a couple, but it wasn't bad though because depending if they have something pre-set like the cocktail party or something, that's different.
One time I've been to a wedding outside. It was cold, but they were serving hot apple cider, and it worked out. So
they knew.
Yeah, it was beautiful. The sun was out, but it was chilly. But it was, everybody had their, suit jackets and stuff, and we was all bundled up, all, you know what I'm saying, but it was cool. How do you feel about kids at a wedding?
I don't mind it.
You don't mind it?
It's a joyous occasion. You have to, if people have to bring kids, you have to bring kids. I mean, and then you have kids in your wedding party. Why wouldn't you invite the kids then?
That's true.
I mean, I think it gets a little hectic because when kids, at a certain time, kids do get tired and
all I want
some
at my
people
wedding
turn up.
is the kids that are in the wedding. That's the only kids I want in my wedding.
What if people bring preteens?
No. The preteens could come. I'm talking about the 13 and 14-year-olds. They could come.
You talking about younger toddlers?
Yeah, they can't come.
You would tell somebody not to bring their toddler to a wedding?
I said, I've had one of these before. So I'm telling you, I don't remember much kids being. I'm sorry.
I'm like, you keep on saying this. I know he's saying it. I'm like, oh yeah.
And then the type of reception we had, you ain't want no kids there.
See, but it depends, like you just said, because you're emphasizing the type of reception now.
I feel like that's the type of reception I would want to have anytime. That one, I've been to a couple like that, and those are the ones I'm like, yeah, that's the only type. You don't need the kids seeing that. When the adults don't get drunk on the open bar, black people in the open bar is a different ball game.
But see, that's
a different ball game. I've been to a wedding with black and white and everybody mixed at an open bar.
But there's a cutoff.
When there's all black people at open bar, that's a different ball game.
Yeah,
that's a different ball game.
And that's a different.
How important is the open bar to cocktail hour? Gotta have one.
No.
If you don't have a cocktail hour, you gotta have an open bar during reception. You have to. You know why I say it's a mix up with that? Because one, just like you said, there's those incidences
where people take advantage of it, and then people get drunk and loud, and it just becomes a little bit too much. It becomes a little bit
I
too
feel
much
like at that point is the bartender's
there should be a set
responsibility
time.
to cut.
A cocktail hour should be for 2 hours. If you know your wedding will be extended, reception will be done.
I've
It
seen
should be about 2 hours. Because you still
cocktail
have to-
hours and then open bar at the reception.
Yeah, I've seen
That's
that too,
madness.
but
That's crazy, man.
But in certain instances where I went to weddings, they have certain particular drinks available.
Yeah,
and then they cut it
that's
off.
true. That's
and then
true.
you'll wait
That's
in
true.
between because they want you to get food.
Yeah,
There's
they want
people
you to
who
eat.
pay
You're
the
right.
extra for all that
You're
other
right.
good stuff.
You're right.
And I think that's where it comes in when people need to learn how to cut it off because, like you said, during reception you still are drinking, but you're drinking a different type of drink. And then later on in the reception, because about in the almost the wee hours in the morning when they have it, that's when they actually bring out the other liquor, and then you get a little turn up because the kids are about to go to sleep, people are slowly leaving stuff. That's when it's a little. But when it gets to all that, no, because then you're just soaking up free liquor that you ain't gonna get nowhere else.
So I ain't gonna lie, this question came up, not even come up, but I guess this thought has popped up a lot in my head this week because we're going to a wedding, and I'm just seeing my good friend, not even really stressing, or he's not stressing, but I'm just seeing like how much stuff he got to do and stuff like that, and I'm just like, yo.
You didn't give him no tickets.
Of course I gave him some gems. Come on. You don't do that. I gotta give him some
I'm just
gems.
saying.
I might FaceTime him before, I don't know, whatever. You know, make sure he good. That stuff it can get stressful. A lot of people coming in and out of town and stuff like that. You always want to try to get a little bit of time for yourself. So that's one thing I did. Tell him, like, look, you need a little bit of time for yourself. Jump in the car, jump on the train, do something, just go somewhere. Take a breather. Do that. Think, come back to it. It's all good. It ain't gonna happen without you. Just know that. Another thing I was about to say, I just lost my thought. You always do that to me. You did. You asked me, did I give him something? And that wasn't even my initial thought. Oh, wedding. So, okay, so after seeing him go through all of that, I'm just like, what type of wedding do I want? And then I'm sitting here and I'm like talking to my aunt and I'm talking to him and I'm just like, they like, yo, bro, you know it's about her, right? Even though you've been through this, you still gotta. So I'm here to ask you, what kind of wedding you want? What kind of wedding you want? So I'm here to ask so everybody know I ain't force feeding you. What kind of wedding you want? I want to know, for real.
I don't want a traditional wedding.
Not traditional. All right.
I'm not traditional.
Okay.
I'm not saying I don't believe in it. I just believe, I would like a destination wedding. A destination wedding that certain people could go to.
Okay.
Well, it's not really that expensive. Which of course it's not. Research.
You gonna do the research? Because you don't research nothing else.
It's a we thing.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know,
It's gonna be
I thought I
interesting.
was born into like somebody else would pay for my
It's
wedding.
gonna be a
Like,
little, no.
it's gonna be
Honestly,
interesting.
No, I said it's gonna be intimate. This is gonna be intimate.
so we both.
No, I ain't saying it's gonna be interesting. We're interesting already.
No, you said intimate. I think we
Yeah.
both should participate in doing it.
We both gotta participate in doing it, of course. I ain't gonna leave you hanging, son. What you think this is?
Yeah.
But you're not gonna
No.
become no bridezilla and stuff or nothing like
I'm not.
that. I know you're not.
I'm a plain Jane now.
But you
I'm
know
not
what?
one of those people.
Your mama might be. That's when mama gonna come through.
No, because my mother's not gonna pay for one. I tried that when I was smaller. I swore. Oh, I'm about to tell this story. So when I was younger, my parents got married. I was like, oh, because thinking, you guys spend all this money, look beautiful. So you guys gonna pay for my wedding. I was on that
Nah.
quote,
never.
quote,
I never
unquote.
grew up
Yeah, she
thinking
said no. They both said it. We work hard to get where we at. You have to
That's
work hard.
fine.
And I
All I'm
understand.
saying is, once a parent know their daughter, not their first daughter, but the first to get married is getting married. She's gonna be all over it. That's when she's gonna be all over it. Don't worry, it's time soon to come. Nice little couples therapy. Yes, talking wedding things. This is both sides with DJ and Hanee. We're gonna come back and close down the show, right?
Yeah.
Give you guys a little snippet.
Snippets.
Some Brian Scarsosi, right? Yeah. Both Sides with DJ and Hanee podcast. We'll be back. Nice. Very good. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Both Sides with DJ and Hanee podcast. Because I can say your name, baby. I can't say your name. Exactly. So what's the issue here? Exactly. So couples day was cool. Of course, talk wedding because we're going to a wedding. So what are you wearing? What you wearing?
I'm wearing,
Well, wait. First and foremost, this is a traditional wedding. So it's multiple days.
and one of the days is really formal.
Yeah, so what do you Saturday, nobody.
Saturday, I'm wearing a black semi-short.
Okay, so I have a question, and it's not necessarily a question for me, of course. Girl at work, you know her, of course. What size? I guess where's the cutoff for the skirts and the dresses and all that?
You don't go to nowhere and look like you have a mini skirt on.
That's true.
I mean,
but,
it's kind of hard because
with
if
these
you're
type of
it's kind of hard, especially if you have height to you. So certain dresses, you gotta be self-conscious of what it is. Not saying go all out, like be like, oh, this is like, no, just be in moderation. Like Saturday, I'm wearing a dress that is frilly in the bottom, but it's not short. It's not higher than my booty mark on my leg, because that's how I can tell when my dress is
and then
short.
like black tie, because it's
Black
like the
tie
second
on
the
Sunday.
Sunday is like a black tie.
Because at a
type.
country club, that I'm wearing a long dress. Well, it's not really. It's like a cascade.
Okay.
Dress. You see
it. With you women, y'all have it so difficult. We just throwing on neutral colors, pretty tie, call it
Guys
a
are
day.
simple, but you guys can get complicated.
No,
If
not for
certain-
no wedding.
Why not?
No, we don't get. It's a suit. It's a
Some
top,
people like
bottom.
to
That's,
get it's like, oh my god, the cufflinks. Oh my god, like my.
you don't sound like the average guy right now.
Okay, so averagely, what is a guy like? I
I'm
don't know.
throwing on a jacket that I can take off easily. Simple, something simple. Not neutral.
Guys
Nice
are
tie.
easy.
You want tie to get us way. Nice standout tie. Some good shoes.
I ain't
A
gonna do
nice
my dancing.
neutral suit.
That's what I'm like,
You are brother.
You know
oh,
how to
man,
keep
we
it
gonna
cute.
Be in it.
I'm gonna be
We
cute.
gonna be in it. No, you're gonna be sexy, baby. We're gonna be sexy, and we're gonna have a thing of bounty in your bag, just in case you start.
It will be going to come with a rag.
No, we gonna have to bring it out for real. Bring it out.
Black
Save
rag.
something. Yeah,
Nice.
black rag. That's right.
We get lit.
No, so that's something we'll be doing this weekend.
It should be beautiful.
It should. Shout out to that couple again. Wish them nothing but the best. We got Mother's Day next weekend.
What do you give your parents, or your mother, if they already have everything? And I don't know, my mother's. I don't see everything I give her. Things that she wants, I stopped buying things to wear. Well, no, last year I did give her something, and I still haven't seen it. It's annoying.
No, you can't say that. You can't say
Why
that.
not?
Has she ever wore it? Is the question.
She hasn't.
Okay,
I
that's what you
know. I
can
give her
say.
jewelry. I still haven't. She swears.
Okay.
I wear it to work. No, you don't. I never seen you.
You see her at work every day.
No,
That's
in the
what I'm
sense
saying.
of I know, because you know you.
Wait. Okay. You. All right. You got a couple of things to you
What?
that if certain people don't do for you, it's not good enough for you.
I just think if
You bought
if
me
you
earrings
give it-
before.
And what did you do with it?
It's not about what I did with it. It's what I did with them when I had them. You said I didn't do when I was with you.
Oh.
Apparently,
we
she
gonna
bought me
talk about those
earrings, and I never wore them around her.
No, he didn't. When we went out, he didn't wear
Sounds
those stuff.
like
It's
me.
only when he went out to look fly
Look.
and catch on girls. That's
Catch
what.
on girls.
Yeah, because you
She
said.
bought me earrings to catch on girls. How
But
does that sound?
as
People?
one person said to me once before, oh, it got me juice. End quote.
It wasn't about that juice. I was
What
messing
was
with
about
you.
it?
It wasn't that type of juice. That's not the juice. I was just thinking of giving me like my swag back. I wasn't rocking
Isn't it the
earrings for a
same thing?
while. I feel like I was just like when I ding, when I turn to the left, be
Yes.
like, bling.
I
you know
just
what I'm
had to
saying?
give him some earrings, and I haven't bought him another pair ever since.
Whatever. So, but you're gonna keep buying your mom some.
No, I stopped.
All
Now
right.
I buy stuff from Poppy Barnes. Stuff
And
that
does
she
she?
uses.
All right, so there you go.
Yeah, they
Give
get
us
the
you
cards.
gotta get your parents something they can use. Your mom or your dad, whatever's Mother's Day, Father's Day. But we all talk about Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
I got my mom a massage, and she never once
Yeah,
came to
I
me
never
like,
heard
"Oh, DJ, that massage
Yeah,
was
like another
amazing."
one.
Like, yo, we gotta do like yo, my mom.
You should
did
ask
it.
her, though.
I'm gonna ask my
I
whatever.
don't think
happened
it's
to
probably
my
expired.
son. Yeah, I know it expired. I told her it was a year. I think it was a year on it.
Oh,
I called her and I told her you gotta go. Let me know we could go together. I mean, just never. So I won't get her nothing like that again. She's made requests and stuff she don't want. She said she specifically don't want the balloon, the basket with the annoying
See, that's when you get
plastic
kids.
around
Kids,
it.
you get
With the
that
teddy
parents.
bear holding on to the rose like this,
No,
like
we're
a
not doing that.
koala bear holding
We're not
on to the
doing
rose. She don't want that no more. Said she got enough of those. Said,
And for some reason, those balloons, they never shrink.
nah, they don't.
I don't know what kind of
Those are the ones on the stick.
Yeah, but they never shrink.
Nah,
Why is that?
It's
What
a
kind of
different
special
of
air
air.
is in that?
Ain't no air. That's gas. Or something. That's some kind of something in there. So Mother's Day is coming. Hopefully, we go get together.
Bowling. I'll go to suggesting bowling. Maybe we could do bowling with all of us.
That sounds like a good idea. I'm down for that.
I'm tired of staying in the house.
Yeah. Let's cook dinner. Let's go out
Yeah,
eat.
like,
Let's do
that's-
some activity. Yeah, let's do bowling. That's not a bad idea.
And
See?
God willing, it'll be a nice, beautiful day. I think
How
it will.
sharp you getting? You starting to come out. You starting to be resourceful. I can't speak. I think my tongue twisted.
See? Mm-hmm.
No, but I mean, I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
one or two words like that.
Mhm.
Your whole dictionary is like,
Oh, really?
yeah. You
See how you switched it?
I have to switch it because you start looking at me like you about to box me or
Yeah.
something. Cinco de Mayo this weekend.
Hmm.
We won't be able to celebrate. We will be celebrating it, I guess, at this.
Hopefully, because
What?
it's a different takeaway.
It is a traditional,
Yeah, traditional.
Traditional wedding by a church family, of course.
Yeah.
So
We'll see.
we'll see
We'll
how if the we'll see.
And plus, it's a holy Sunday. Jesus.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
like,
true too.
You know,
Sunday
respectable.
weddings are pretty too. I've been to a couple. I've been to a couple of Sunday weddings. You dang, I was about to say. You remember the Cinco de Mayo last year? How late it was?
Yeah.
We was nice.
Yeah.
We was wasted. Up and down.
It was a good waste, though.
Nah, it was good. Low East Side. Sitting on like benches that they just had randomly outside, just saw us. We had a great time.
That picture's still possible on the fire.
Yeah. That's one of our
Every
favorite
time I say, like, oh,
pictures.
we
We
lit.
lit that day, boy. I tell you.
But we made it home in one piece.
Yeah. And those margaritas was banging. That spot that we had found. Remember that spot?
It was on what is the name of that place?
I don't know the name of it.
I remember how to walk there.
I know where to go.
I know
it's a real small spot. Remember, we just kept getting the little. Yeah,
It was really good. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna miss those. But everybody else have a safe Cinco de Mayo,
Yeah.
even though it's a Sunday.
But drink in moderation.
Yeah.
I mean, for those who are not going to work Monday, then so be it. Just have fun, you know. But
If you got a sick day, have a good day.
I mean, if you drink, if you're like an everyday social drinker or whatever, I mean, Cinco de Mayo is just a day. You know,
That's
just to get
what it is.
active food.
Yeah, active food.
That's when you walk in the street with a little drink. You know,
Drink,
that's what it is.
sombreros,
You know.
all of those things.
Mhm.
Low East Side.
You know who get lit first though? Cinco de Mayo. We know.
You?
No.
Who?
No offense. I love the people. They're my peoples. They're my scenes.
Oh.
Bay Ridge. Get
Why not? The
Bay
ones in
Ridge?
America.
Oh my God. Have you ever been to City One? Bay Ridge. Well, back in the days. I don't know what it is.
Is it Cinco de Mayo that the Mexicans don't really care for it back
It's
home?
because, yeah, it's not really.
So is it the Mexicans up here?
Trump.
I knew that was coming. I feel like I threw the alley oop, like I Dwayne Wade that for you right there. You just came in with blind that joke, hard body. I gotta give you credit for that. I was gonna go the ones who made it before, but you hit home with that one. That was a good one. So we are here at episode 27, which is we're winding down. We're coming down. We're going
Season finale.
a podcast season finale.
You're doing Hammer Time.
You are doing Hammer Time. That or you got the itches. No, it's been a good time with you. Nice little ride. Up and downs, and mostly ups though. A lot of lessons learned.
Yeah. For
Nobody.
better second season, because that's what we're bringing.
Okay. Now you hype man. MC Hammer's a hype
Why
man.
not?
See, you always make me lose the
I don't
train
know.
of thought. I don't know.
We still want to count down to the season finale.
Yeah, we're doing the season podcast season finale. We're gonna have a destination season finale as we did episode in DR, did an episode in North Carolina. So we're gonna do that last one on the road as well. Location is determined already, but you guys won't hear about it until probably the
last minute,
the second to last episode.
just like we did with you.
So you hang in for that one. For those. So no, we're gonna have a good time. We thank everybody who's been hanging in with us. It feel like a long season, but just like any other radio show, we're here with you guys every week. We enjoy the journey that you guys have been on with us. It's been a nice ride. It ain't the end yet. It ain't the end. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna do some projects and get into some stuff.
I would drop a little things in between, nothing major.
So it's a week. Yeah, okay. So this is how I got it planned, because you know I am the CFO of the company.
Yes.
And what are you? This
CFOO.
Oh, that's what you are? You the CF or COO. I'm the CEO, and you the COO or something like that, right? Yeah. Anyway, whatever. I'm having a board meeting. 2 weeks. I'm gonna give you 2 weeks vacation after the last episode premieres, and we're gonna have an evaluation time. We're gonna talk about our highs and lows, talk about our strengths and our weaknesses, and we're gonna work on those. We're gonna work on those exercises, okay? Throughout the summer. Wait, I'm not finished. Then we're gonna go into our summer plans, and then we're gonna start jotting down. And then we're gonna plan our next meeting, and then we're gonna go to work again, just like that. And then we'll be back with another season of Both Sides with DJ and Hanee when it's time next season. Right? No date. Date to be determined.
Date to be determined.
Okay. But it's happening.
It is.
You signing?
Signing what? You
signing? Man, just say yeah, you signing.
I'm embedded into this. I'm signing.
You signing, Dave.
You signing?
You heard it here first.
Are you signing?
Hanee signing.
Are you signing? Excuse me. We're not ending this. Are you signing?
Yeah, contract.
Are you
You
signing?
signed it to me.
No. It's we. There's no I in we. Unless you make it a me thing, because then that can't happen,
Listen.
That can't happen, boo.
Listen.
Boo.
I got you. I'm here for you next season.
What they say?
I'm back.
Take the wheel, honey.
You can't have both sides without DJ or Hanee. So there you go.
So you signing.
I don't know what you signed to if I'm not there.
Hello, I don't know what you're signing if you're not getting it.
Man, and her Beyonce attitude, your LeBron, you don't want to sign no long deal term. I don't know what she put.
I don't have to sign. It's embedded into me already. So
anyway,
I'm good.
You guys get ready for the season finale.
Yeah.
We're gonna head up out of here. You guys be safe for Cinco de Mayo. Drink, don't drive. If you're gonna drink, jump on the train, throw up on the platform, do whatever you gotta do, but don't get in that car.
Foolish.
Alright? Yeah, don't hurt nobody, don't do nothing.
The summertime ain't fully here yet, honey.
No, it's not. You know, you guys take it easy, alright? Alright?
Okay.
So this is Both Sides with DJ
and Hanee
podcast. Y'all have a good weekend.
and stay blessed.
There you go. Ooh, John.
You better.
We like to get things to various
You
artists.
better shut
Want to do awkward kiss again? Oh, you ready for awkward kiss this time, right?
Have a happy Friday.
That's right. And what? Try to bring that to the table. Come in.
Want my dinner.